Hey everybody, this is Julie and I am going to leave you a quick video this week about how to read bubble commentary. I have a sample paper from another class, so this is not a paper that you'll be doing in this class, but I just wanted to show you what it looks like when I leave bubble commentary in the margins of your file. Now, for your drafts, what I think I want to do this term is in the drafts I'm going to leave you inline feedback, which is through bubble comments in Word. So the first thing that I want you to do is make sure you have downloaded a version of Word into your on your desktop computer at home. Note that, as you can see on the screen now, University of Maryland University College has Office available for you. All I did was type in UMUC Office 365, and then you'll come to this page here, and then depending on whether you're using Mac or you have a PC and what version you want, per your tuition, you can download this for free. So if you don't have Office 365, where you have access to Mac and Excel and so forth, you're going to want to have that. It's really important in academic submissions to format your text per academic style, scholarly style. It's part of joining that discourse community, and so we want to visually see that you're participating, you're attempting that. Now, in your draft of this paper, A, you're not being graded on anything, but B, I want to make sure that you're getting the opportunity to practice style. And so what I'm doing, as I've gone through a couple of files, I won't be done until tomorrow because there's 20 students and it takes me a while to give feedback. But we'll be done by tomorrow, and I'm going to submit the feedback based on order of submission. So whoever submitted the earliest gets the earliest feedback. So I thought that's the fairest way to do it. But I want you to watch this video so you can understand, A, how to read my feedback, and then see kind of what APA formatting looks like. Now, APA formatting is most important when you're going into the soft sciences like psychology, sociology, anthropology, museum studies. I think somebody mentioned to me museum studies recently, and criminal justice, and IT even. A lot of it is, what are your professors in your major courses looking for? They themselves have practiced with APA style, and they'll be most used to it. Now, if you're going into a business degree, sometimes it splits. Often the Modern Languages Association style, which is MLA, is acceptable, and often APA is acceptable. And of course, you're going into the humanities like English or art history, you could choose modern languages. But for the sake of what I'm familiar most with UMUC students, about 80% go into an APA related career, so we usually do APA formatting, and that's what I'm going to show you here. But note that if you're going into a career that's in the arts or the humanities, I will certainly help you with MLA style. Neither is better or worse than the other. It just is, what are your professors in this field used to? And there are some ticks or indicators regarding why one style is better than the other. Visually, the most important thing you'll notice first is that APA has a cover page and MLA doesn't. So that's why this sample that you see here has a cover page. So when you're looking at my file, and I'll attach a Word document into the assignments feature where you submitted your paper, so you'll find my feedback there. Will insert comments just like this. I'm giving myself a little comment, so it will end up looking like this. And so on the first page, you'll see your work, which I'm not going to write over. It's going to always be in your hands to make the changes that you want to make, that you want to do. So you'll see that there will be bubble comments on the side. If it doesn't look like this, it's just because maybe, let's see, let's play with this. You're like, oh, there was comments, but I don't see the comments. It could be because of your Word settings. So often when you're in Word, you're on this Home tab up here. Just go to Review. That's where the bubble comments are. And then under the Track Changes section, instead of No Markup, show All Markup. And then my bubble comments will appear. Okay? So that's what bubble comments look like. What you can do with this file is you can download this and save it onto your desktop, and then you can delete your previous one if you want to work with my comments in the margins, or you can just print it up, look at your original file, and decide what changes you want to address. Either way you work, your process is your own, and that doesn't matter to me so much. But have a process that works for you, and please reach out very quickly if by tomorrow evening you don't have a file with feedback from me, or for some reason you're struggling with reading it, you're struggling with downloading Word. I want to help you with all of that, and I can certainly help you with that. And of course, let's see, the formatting for APA would be something like this, with running head, then that's in all caps. Like, again, in your draft, it doesn't really matter so much, but I kind of want to show you what it looks like just so you're building up confidence. And of course, you don't have a running head on page 2, so this would be and even in your submission of your narrative, for example, I'm going to be very light on the format grading. The most important elements of your format, to me, are going to be making sure that your text is double spaced, just like this. To double space your text, you can highlight the whole thing, Control A, and then you can go into, see where it says paragraph right here? There's a little expansion there, or this guy, if you're in the version of Word. And to be honest with you, I don't even know what version of Word I'm in. But probably 2016. But the beauty is, if you're on an earlier version of Word, that's fine. You can just go to YouTube and you can Google the version you're in and how to double space a text. So just double space like that. Double spacing a text means no extra spaces between paragraphs. So do you see here how there's no extra spaces right there? When the student has extra spaces between paragraphs like that, it makes me think they're just trying to stretch the pages, even though that's maybe not what you meant to do. You'll notice every paragraph is indented. And you'll also notice here that even while this paragraph is long-ish, it's not longer than an entire page. And so for some of you, as I've been looking at your papers, just want to make sure that your paragraphs aren't too long because readers can get lost. We actually visually need these paragraph breaks for our eyes. It's a little bit of a rest, even if it's like, you know, a second or two. But it allows readers to sort of reorient. And the work that you're doing this week, in addition to being oriented to compare and contrast papers, is this idea of topic sentences. So for example, in this paragraph, it's about 60 hours at Nova, getting an associate's degree, then transferring to a school, maybe George Mason or UMUC for that 4-year degree. So this is for another class. But you orient with that topic sentence. So you're telling your reader what's going to happen next, and you're preparing them for the specific data in the body of every individual paragraph. Okay, so this is what the paper format looks like. These are just sections that finances, for example, for this paper that hasn't been developed. So say I was creating an outline. Maybe I knew that I was going to get to this at one point. I left a little placeholder for that, and then I'm using what's called headers. These are headers. For your narrative, you do not need them, but maybe in your compare and contrast, you can think about that. Headers are really good for technical documents because they guide readers from one part to the next and allows readers to skip around pretty quickly. But I just wanted to visually show you kind of what this looks like. And so when there's a comment in the file, and I leave a comment there, say you're working on the file with the comments in it, and that's the one you want to work on. When you're done, all you have to do is right click, and you can delete a comment. Again, I've not written over any of your text. I will leave 2 types of bits of feedback, by the way. Directional commentary, which will say, hey, that punctuation's maybe not strong enough, or can you expand on this detail? And that's where I'm being professor and I'm saying, let's enhance this further by considering something. Then it'll be up to you to make those changes. The second type of feedback is supporting commentary, like, wow, what a great point. Or, you know, that reminded me of. So I'm a reader, and the more readerly comments you see, the stronger your paper is. It means I'm shifting less into my professorial identity, and I'm sticking with a reader's identity where I'm not being pulled out of the text in any way. So in the end, this little video is to show you what APA kind of looks like on a cover page, and the format, like double spacing. Your margins are only 1 inch. If I see like really narrow margins, it would look something like this. Whoa! And then again, the format is kind of off, and you want to make sure that you're playing with academic style and that you're using Word or even OpenOffice if you want to do a Libra or OpenOffice document, just so you're joining that discourse community and you're presenting text in a way that I'm familiar with seeing it, so that I can just grade you on your content. That's the most important thing. You don't want readers to be distracted by strange formats or colored font or any of that. And so format's important, but as far as your first draft of your narrative, it's what you're saying, and I wanted this video to show you what comments look like. And if it doesn't look like this, let me know. Then you and I can have a quick phone conference and I can help you adjust the formatting to your needs. Good luck.